I have no doubt.
I have no doubt.
Zimbabwe
Will prosper.
Tatino
Batana, batana.
Very good morning. Thank you very much for support live on this platform. My name is Ronald Wekwamakusha, and I'm hoping that you are connected. I'm hoping that you are hearing me well here. So I apologize. Sometimes my network will be weak, and when my network is weak, my voice breaks, and also my picture quality is also disrupted. So let us get to this story. Honorable Job Sikhala issued a letter a few days ago, and I have made a decision to actually come with that letter here. I'm hoping that I'll be able to actually read the letter so that we can actually have a discussion. We can actually talk. So let me try to read the letter. He says, I greet you, all men and women of God, and all our church leaders in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I would like to thank you all for your prayers and leadership you provided on our request for prayers on the National Day of Prayer a few weeks ago. Please, we still need your prayers. I also would like to thank all men of God and women of God who visited us here at Chikurubhi Maximum Prison for prayers. Although you prayed for us behind those barriers, we were blessed. As you know, the difficulties and vicissitudes we are going through visited upon us after we stood in seeking justice for the abducted and brutally murdered More Blessing Ali. We have got no regret whatsoever for standing up for the weak in society. Please be advised that we are living. Okay, let me change it here as well. We are living like rats here at Chikurubhi Maximum Prison. It is no different from Adolf Hitler's concentration camps. We really need your strong prayers. Our calling, as you understand, is to fight for justice, defend the weak in society, and standing up for the oppressed. There are issues I seek to understand from the spiritual point of view, which is your calling. I read in the books of Kings 1 and Kings 2, God through his anointed prophets rebuking kings who abused his people. After such, kings have been intoxicated with power. At what point should such rebuke be done by men and women of God? Should men and women of God remain silent on the face of evil practiced by rulers right on their faces? Can the voice of God be frightened into silence through threats of an evil ruler? May our gracious Lord give us eyes to see and ears to hear. From Honorable Job Sikhala, incarcerated at Chikurubhi Maximum Prison. This is the letter from Honorable Job Sikhala. I have tried to put it right on the screen. I'm not so sure if you can actually read, but I've tried to put it right here on the screen. So, as you can see, this letter was also published at SABC News. So you can actually see that it's a very important letter directed to the church leaders in and around Zimbabwe. And it does have a lot of questions which need answers. And I haven't seen the response from the church so far. But we cannot ignore this letter. It's a very important letter. And being in solidarity with Honorable Job Sikhala and the Nyatsime 16 is something which we cannot take lightly, because they are our comrades, They need our support. We need to continue to pray for them. We need to continue to remember them. When you remember them um, in your heart, in your thoughts, you will see that that is also prayer. So what you can actually see that is that this regime is desperate. They're trying by all means to make sure that they punish Honorable Job Sikhala and his comrades in prison. But we just continue to pray so that God continues to be with them wherever they are, no matter the circumstances and no matter the situation they're actually facing. So this is it in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is no longer free. In Zimbabwe, you are imprisoned. Actually speaking, you are imprisoned for actually standing against injustice, for actually standing for the weak. You've seen a lot of people who are actually fighting for the freedom of the people who are incarcerated, but to no avail. So this is it in Zimbabwe. There is massive persecution in the nation of Zimbabwe, or because somebody wants to be in power up to 2030 and beyond, or because somebody wants to create a dynasty and rule forever. But what I know is that there are people who are so powerful. Hitler was so powerful. Idi Amin was so powerful. A lot of dictators who were very, very, very powerful. But at a certain point in time, they were dethroned. Even if you go to the Bible, a lot of powerful people were at a certain point dethroned and removed from power. So this is it. Let us continue to be in solidarity with the comrades. This is a very painful letter from Honorable Job Sikhala with very key questions to the church. What are you doing as the church? What is the church actually doing to make sure that the lives of these comrades are respected, the rights of these comrades are respected? Bail is a constitutional right, a right which can't be taken away by anybody for any certain reasons. And the comrades must actually get that right without any person compromising it. But we have seen capture of the judiciary. We've seen intimidation of judicial officers. Sometimes they act under pressure because somebody is actually telling them, "Kuti, if you do this, we are going to do A, B, C, D." So as I always mention, there are traps which are created by those in the power matrix so that they can control everybody and anybody. And if you're not so careful, you end up falling for those traps and you end up being used by these people. So this is it in Zimbabwe. Honorable Job Sikhala is a political victim. Let us continue to pray for him. Let us continue to be in solidarity with him. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for your support. Chumaster Hands is painful. It's painful. God's power will intervene. Hakuna musi usingasviki. They will be released in Jesus' mighty name. I agree with you, Chuma Stembiso. Thank you very much, Stembiso, for that powerful message. Musi usingasviki. Hakuna, one day, that day shall come, and we'll all be happy. We'll all celebrate the release of the comrades. One day, they will come. They will be in power. As Sebeth Msengezi said, he said that President Mnangagwa needs to recognize that one day ZANU-PF will be in the opposition circles. What is going to happen to the ZANU-PF supporters if the people who are in opposition right now, if they get into power and they decide to retaliate, what is going to happen to the ZANU-PF people? That alone should give Nwanonzi Varakashi an insight about the future, to say, what if tomorrow somebody wakes up being in power and he says everybody who aided and helped ZANU-PF to do whatever it did should be in prison? How will you feel to go into you are a magistrate today, you are a prosecutor today? How do you feel to go in jail for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 8 years without trial? How do you feel? Even 2-3 months without trial, how do you feel? So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. We all know those who jumped at the borders, running away like cockroaches and rats because they knew that they were no longer powerful during a certain period of time, and they ran away because they were in fear that they will be thrown in the same notorious Chikurubhi maximum prison. But they don't hesitate to throw others. One day it shall come. You try to run through Mozambique, and you'll be caught or you'll be captured, you fail to run through Mozambique to South Africa, or from South Africa to wherever you'll be trying to go, you'll be caught and you'll be brought back, and you face the same notorious Chikurubhi maximum prison. They don't think about all those things. With the way they loot, with the way they practice corruption, they don't even think about it. But one day it shall come to their side. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. I love you all. Thank you very much for coming. Please forgive me. My internet is so bad to an extent I could see. Sometimes it 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 it's it, it, it it makes the video quality, audio quality, very poor. But there is nothing we can do. This is the kind of Zimbabwe we are living. If it is about video, a camera, you can buy one, or you can get somebody donating it to you. If it is about softwares, you can purchase them, or you can rent from other people. But yeah, if it is about audio systems, you can purchase the best audio systems. But if it is about network quality, there is nothing you can do. This is the best network quality which I'm using here in Zimbabwe at this moment, but it is also giving us poor quality. So there is nothing we can do as individuals and as humans. We just work with what we have, because we need to send the message each and every day. We need to speak each and every day. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. I love you all. Thank you very much. Let us meet in other episodes and other programs. We were talking about Honorable Job Sikhala's letter. And to those who came late, please revisit the beginning of this video.